If you're tired of the taillights on your 2016 through 2023 Toyota Tacoma and you want the back of your truck to stand out, this set of Oracle Flush Style LED taillights with the black housing and red lens is a great mod to consider. Now this set is a complete 180 compared to the factory taillights, including a full LED build for better lighting performance at night, both for safety and of course that modern appeal that you may be chasing, along with a rugged and customizable appearance that you can tailor to your build. Now, in addition to the style, if you're more active with your Tacoma, you're taking it camping, off-roading, or out in the woods, and you want a taillight that's going to minimize potential damage while also getting the benefits of a well-functioning and high-performing taillight setup, then these are going to achieve that for your build. This set of taillights is unique in the fact that they are flush to the back of the truck, and while the factory lights and other aftermarket designs aren't necessarily huge, they still have a bit of dimension. The lens does come out a bit from the back of the truck, and that can get caught up if you are off-road. However, these are very low profile and will stay out of the way. Now, aside from the shape, the look is much different than the average taillight and will turn some heads with a larger red LED light bar that acts as a brake light, running light, and the turn signal. And that turn signal also has an integrated sequential feature for increased style and of course awareness to other drivers behind you. Now what helps you in the driver's seat is the powerful dual strip of white LED lighting that throws roughly 4,400 lumens out of the rear to increase your visibility tenfold, even more so in remote areas, which is extremely helpful. Now these also have a modular design. You can take this black plastic or the housing piece off and color match it to your color code or whatever other color scheme that you have going on if you want a more custom look to the back of your truck and your lighting all together. When it comes to the construction, these have a plastic housing that's molded to fit for a direct and very easy swap, and they also have an OE textured finish on top if you want to keep that more rugged appearance to the back of your Tacoma. But again, with the right process, you can take the plastic portion off and paint it. Now on top of the very efficient LEDs and high output LEDs, should I say, these have a hard-coated UV treated red lens for the main light and a clear lens for the reverse light here, making them very durable. They're impact resistant and resistant to weathering and fading over time, which is going to keep their new appearance. Now this setup is also completely plug and play, making this a hassle-free process. All of the wiring is done for you, and it also has a built-in resistor, so you're not going to get any weird symptoms when switching from a halogen over to an LED, like any hyper flashing. This being pre-wired in is going to save you from that. It's going to make the process very easy. This set comes in at roughly $550, which makes this one of the pricier choices on the page for a set of taillights, but that's for good reason if you're looking at this set compared to some of the others available. Now this set is very unique compared to a lot of the other choices in the category with the flush build and the modular design that you can take apart and customize. You don't see that with a lot of other choices, and this also has a minimal lighting arrangement, which keeps it simple and to the point if that's what you're looking for in design, compared to other busier options. They're also very well built and have that custom appearance that you won't see everywhere. So if you want that non-traditional look, a very easy install with the plug and play process, and great lighting performance for your Tacoma, then this is going to be a great set to consider. Install is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it should only take about an hour or so to get the job done with some very basic hand tools. At this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers here. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can bolt these up to your Tacoma at home. So that wraps it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and a 10mm socket. What's up guys? Today we're installing taillights on our Tacoma, so let's get started. So to remove our factory taillights, we have a 10mm bolt here and then a 10mm bolt here. It's going to be the bottom of the two at the bottom of the taillight. So we'll grab a 10mm socket to take those out, and then we'll disconnect the connectors we have on the back side. And now we have access to our 3 connectors, so we'll just push in the gray tabs and pull them out to release them. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. Now we can install our new taillight. So I'm gonna take my connectors, plug them into the harness on the truck, and then we can slide this into place. Now all of these connectors are different, so you can't mess them up. Once you have all three in place, tuck all of your wires. Line it up and slide it into place. And then we have two new bolts included with these taillights. So we'll go ahead and thread those in. And then grab a 10mm socket and tighten those both down. Then do the same thing on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Oracle flush style LED taillights with black housing and red lens for your 2016 to 23 Tacoma. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.